Hi, this is Bobby Klein. I'm the translator and the interpreter of the I Ching. This is a New Earth I Ching, easy to understand, easy to put to use. It's an oracle, 3,000 years of wisdom wrapped up in this. So sit back, take a breath. If you've got a question in your mind, ask it. If not, just hang in and you'll get some answers. And that's what this is all about. The I Ching, they say, is the book of change, and it is, but it's also the book of answers. All right. Tune in. Drop in. You're home. Kind of felt like it's time for the blues, huh? Even the I Ching gets the blues sometimes, huh? Oh yeah, okay. All right, we come into the oracle. Coming into the words for this number. I'm consulting the oracle, 5,000 years of knowledge held in a sacred book. This all comes from a new translation by me. And by way of a plug, you can get this new translation called the New Earth I Ching on Amazon. Bargain at twice the price. Hey, I want to say to all the people who donated and helped me get this book going, and you were promised a book, an early edition. Well, I won't go into it, but there was thing after thing. I mean, it was FedEx, it was floods, it was a hurricane. I mean, everything slowed it down. But I promise you, in the United States, you've either gotten it or it's coming. And international, it's going to be they're going out this week, and it's going to be probably another 6 days. So big apologies for all the waiting, but God bless you for helping me make it done. And there's still some room at the Archaeology of the Soul here in Tulum. It's a retreat that you can read a lot about it. You can see on the text of this message that you can see a click to what it's about. But I'm going to be teaching probably about 6 or 8 different classes. I have some other teachers coming in, and it's going to be not only a good time, but it's going to be a time to grow and a time to learn more about ourselves and a time to go deep inside, you know, because sometimes we get the blues. The haiku for this week is Bluebird flying high, showing me it's time to go. Walk, dance, run, I'm gone. Boy, itchy feet. So this week we've come to the Kwa, the section, the hexagram That is number 42, ye, augmenting and blessings in great measure. Yeah, we're coming into a great time. Not only a great time on the planet, but a great time for us individually as we come together in community, we come together in family, we come together in relationships, we come together within ourselves, right? Reaching back for the wisdom that's deep within us. Because remember, Bob Dylan said it, don't just talk to parking meters, man. They'll have enough information for you. Don't go looking outside yourself right now. Don't go looking outside for what the information is that you need. Just come to stillness and let that inner teacher come and teach you. So we got number 42, which is augmenting and blessings in great, great measure. The trigram above is sun. That's the root of the tree and the foundation. And below is zen, which is to shake and arouse and inspire. And let me tell you, this is the time to shake. This is the time to arise. And this is the time to come into your power, because it's all here. And man, let me tell you something. It's not only here, it's waiting for you. That's the way it is, and I think that is the way that it should be. So walk with me as we come through this reading and just see, what does the oracle have to say? All right. All things are possible now. Energies are increased. Be generous. Be ethical. Now you will flourish. Boy, oh boy, this thing about being ethical. That's where we stop lying to ourselves. We stop lying to others. In our day, there's lots of lies, like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Well, that was a lie a lot of times. And sometimes just to, put grease to the wheels. We've got to do stuff like that. But for the most part, man, we got to be in our ethics. I know, it's you don't realize how tough it is when you really look at it. You go through your day and being as honest as you can, honest first with yourself, and then honest to the tribe, honest to the family, honest to the ones that you love. So the oracle, the I Ching, says, come to stillness as a cycle of growth, rejuvenation, increase, development, and gain. That's what's available right now. Dig it. As you move with integrity, you move with compassion, this puts you in the place of reception. There's a lot of stuff can happen, but if you're not ready to receive, it will pass you by, and you might even see it, and you might reach for it, but man, it's gone, right? And that's why we say be in the place. Compassion puts you in the place to receive. You got that? Compassion for yourself, compassion for your enemies, compassion for the ones around you. You see, the benefit now is to be active and to have no bounds on your intent, right? You have your intent, reach out. No bounds to your ideas, no bounds to your projects. Reach out and get to that place where you can embrace it all. Okay. Now, what is it going to stop us? Negative thoughts. That's going to stop us. Negative actions. That's going to stop us. That's going to make the road foul. So what do? We correct it. And it's not like we got to go through, months, years of therapy to correct things. We just correct our thoughts. You're thinking something funky, something negative, man. You correct it. You think, okay, I can do it. And you know what? It's that easy. See, because this is a time when the benefits are going to be from trusting yourself, to recognize the unseen forces at work. The unseen forces that amplify your patterns of growth and gain. And that's what this time is about. It's about amplification. Yeah. All right, look around you. Look to the many situations that surround you now. It could be your work. could be your relationship, could be your health, your art, or your inner development. And make this focus on what you want, how you want these things to grow or change, all for the better, as you trust your intuition. Trust your intuition as what is the correct action for me now. It's not by going and saying, well, do I do it? Do I go with them? It's not about that, man. It's about coming to yourself where you understand that information that you hold so dear in that beautiful place, that beautiful heavenly spot, that spot where we are love, and it is where we really be the love that we want. And we come to that place that is done and done, where we are in that place of knowing and feeling. You see, this is a time that you're going to gain this benefit as you move. Your intuition is key right now. Trust your intuition. That's what's key right now. With an open and a fearless heart, make a plan. Once you've made a commitment to your path and you apply the current energetics to the tasks ahead, prepare for the increase that's rapidly approaching you. By realizing this energy, this movement, knowing that it's infused with positivity into your own movements, you'll get what you want. You know, look, we've all been disappointed before, right? And there's a time that disappointment teaches us. But this is not that time. You set yourself up. You sit in the place of dignity, compassion, and being as clear with yourself and as positive with yourself at this time, you're going to get what you want. Well, and there's no doubt about that. You'll get what you want. And if you want more than your share, you'll get it. But it's not going to be pretty. If we get overloaded, you try to eat too much, what do? You know what happens. It comes out one way or the other. But you eat just enough, right? It's you sit down at the ritual table, and it's all there, you see. Everything that we need is on the ritual table. So we take what we want. It's a beautiful table. Take what we need, right? What's going to nourish us, and leave the rest, because we got fellow pilgrims coming our way who are going to walk with us on this road less traveled. We're coming into an abundant harvest, a harvest of love, ideas. It's in the calendar. It's in the stars. It's in the universe. It's in our parallel universe. This time, in order for you to be in the right place at the right time, look to your intent. With proper intent, put into action your way of sharing a portion of your bounty that you gain to your family or your tribe, your associates, and your neighbors. Look, I've got to mention this. I got a note from a lovely soul who listens to this, and she had a problem with me using the word tribe, right? Thinking that tribe was only for Native Americans, and she was Native American. That thought that tribe was only for that. But if we look at it, we have the tribes of Israel, we have the tribes that have developed all over the world, and I believe that when we come together, that we find what we call our tribe, those of like information, those of like knowing. So I just wanted to talk about that just for a second, because I send that sweet soul so much love that she reached out, and I wrote back to her, and I told her what I felt, and I hope she's back listening, because she wasn't happy. All right. So look, you're looking out to your associates, to your neighbors, man. Share the harvest with them. It can be materially, if you have it, or in spirit, or just by generating loving kindness. This is where the joy comes. This is where satisfaction comes. It also comes from being of service. So know how important it is right now to be of service about where you are, because that is a vital, vital component of what we're doing and of where we are right now at this moment in time, right? So it's about intent. And as I said, it's about being in the right place at the right time, okay? So look, just take a second right now. Take a second and just dig it. Look at your feet. Really, look at your feet. They are in the right place at the right time. Isn't that the truth? This is it, right? This is with intent that we put into action this time of abundant harvest. You know, there's lots of things that come up in the I Ching. It was Ken Kesey said, Ken Kesey of the Magic Bus, he said, you know, the I Ching is not only a Valentine. Sometimes it slaps you upside the head and gets you. And that is true. But I think this week we have a Valentine that's telling us that we're going to be in a place of joy and satisfaction and having this vital component in our cosmic cycle that we're moving into and with freedom, into and with peace, into and with abundance. This is what is coming your way. It's what's coming. It's what is approaching us right now as we are looking forward to moving into this new time, this new age. Hey, look, we've been talking about the new age, man, since the 60s. But I'm telling you something. We are coming into this new time. You know, and I named the book The New Earth I Ching. I mean, it's the I Ching. But the translation is about this time of the new earth. So if that's all you get out of it is on the title, don't even buy the book, man. Just get the title, which is The New Earth. And we're coming into that place, this new earth, that things are changing. And look, COVID fucked with us. Everybody, it just, you know, slapped people, put them down, and a lot of people rose up. You know, we are in a time of world mourning, and understand that there's a feeling of depression around, and we raise through it, of course. But understand that we cannot help but be in a time of grief and ritualize your grief. Write about it, you know. Write about it. Send love to those souls who are traveling to their next cycle as we come into that place. Right now, as you're constantly and consciously sharing your thoughts, your ideas, and your bounty, right? That's what's going on now. And by doing that, you are going to attract those of like consciousness. Tribe, friends, they are standing by your side or are far away. Hey, listen, I'd like anybody else that has some thoughts about that word. As you can tell, it got to me because I try to be as clear as I can be. If you got something to say, please do write me and let me know. You will benefit now from making a comment and a commitment to working with and for all the sentient beings on the planet. And this will ensure you a solid foundation so that when the weight of influence and abundance comes your way, as it's beginning to do right now, you'll be in shape emotionally, you'll be in shape spiritually and physically as you open up to fully receive what is meant for you. Have clear intent in your actions, as there's wisdom in this calling that tells you what goes around comes around, and you know what I mean. Look, know that as well, that if you choose not to embody these suggestions given by the oracle, there's no blame. You got your choice. But know this, that your old patterns of procrastination and doubt, they're going to surface at this time. And this time of great opportunity is going to pass you by. And you might choose to let that happen. No foul, no blame. this coming force is not something that you can put on hold to use later, you see. You can't put it in a drawer to pull out, a little bit later. Because now's the time to reap the benefits of this time by moving into the wholeness of the light that illuminates the way, the Tao, the path on the road less traveled. What do I mean by that? I mean that we go to where we haven't been before. It sounds a little Star Trek-y. But we go into that place where we haven't been, right? And that's where we meet our fellow pilgrims. As we come, we're in the past, what seemed in the past to be beyond our skills, beyond our influence, beyond our capabilities, that limitation is gone. You see, it's time that with humility and grace you can accomplish the great work before you. And this is the time of the capital G, great capital W work that's right before us. And by deconstructing your shame, your fears, and your doubt, you're going to find that the way is open. Come to ritual now. Come to ceremony now. That's part of your process to release yourself from the old patterns that have plagued you for so long and created obstacles on your path. If you hear the critical coyote, that critic whispering in your ear, in that mind's ear, that you don't have enough of what it takes, you're not good enough, know that that's a lie. And that enough is so much less than you think. Just amaze yourself. Jump fully into the void with all that you are, all that you experience, and bring that joy and satisfaction that this movement generates as you and your energy go into multiplication of all the light, all the love, and all the energy at this time, because that's what this time's about. Take a moment. Visualize the rays of blue healing light that surrounds you. Okay, I've talked about this blue light before. I just want to talk to you about it. There are some meditations on the website. But when you're feeling like you got the blues, like at the beginning of this set, just bring in a beautiful blue healing light because it'll protect you. I've got lots of stories about how it's protected people. A lot of my friends have used it. My friend Harry, he was in a situation where he wanted to protect himself, right? And he did it, and the way cleared. You see, your family and your tribe, again, come into this place of light and protection. Share the light that you see and feel with silent dedication to honor the ancestors and teacher whose energy and whose love has made a nest for you. A nest of confidence and grace that silently graced your soul and your growth. When you feel discontent in the nest, it's time to spread your wings and fly to your destiny. You know how it is with the eagle. They have their babies get born, and they're born to a feathered nest. And as the babies get older, Mama Eagle takes out the feathers, and it gets a little less comfortable until it gets just down to the sticks poking them. And then they know it's time to go, and they spread their wings and they fly because the nest was no longer comfortable. And what was comfortable is flying to your destiny, which is what the eagle does and what we will do. Honor the spotted eagle, Wakantanka, as you open yourself to this flight into destiny. This is a time of augmentation. And it comes because there's been an awakening. And you've survived some recent dangers and disappointments. And much has been integrated as a result of these experiences. The fog of fear, the fog of judgment and doubt will lift you. Allow you to see more clearly the tasks that are ahead. Okay, but it's important to talk about that. We're talking about, yes, it's a time of opportunity, But there ain't no free lunch. I mean, you got to do the work, right? Capital W. The task's before you. So be confident, embody compassion, embody dignity, and this places you in the proper light where you can proceed in safety toward your planned and well thought out goals. You know, the universe responds to a plan. All right, note well, that this particular time, the Tao, is not to go solo, but to move and work with others. This will increase the opportunities. This will increase your focus. You see, these are awesome times of abundance and awareness as this great opportunity and great love is on the horizon. You know, it's kind of like we've been waiting for it, right? So also a benefit will be to consider Gaia by contributing to an emerging planetary consciousness of wellness for the planet. And this is called sharing the harvest. The correct attitude at this time is therefore to be confident and self-assured, generous and loving. Man, that's a beautiful mix. Think about it. In attitude, it's confidence, self-assuredness, generosity, and love. That's a beautiful cocktail. It's a winning combination that will carry you through any obstacle that may be placed in front of you. Knowing this and believing in this path is what will give you that confidence that's born out of fearlessness. That's a beautiful thing. Consider the ancestors. And look, consider those who have gone before you, people that you admire. Think about what they've done. And I promise you, if they can do it, you can do it. What they've done through their efforts to accomplish great things. Emulate their behavior. Emulate their confidence. You know, during this time, mentors or guides, very possible they're going to manifest for you. And look to them and find and amplify their qualities in yourself. Now, if you say there's no mentor or guide for you, well, look out there. They might not be in the body anymore, but they'll guide you. I mean, I have some teachers, you know, that are really no longer in their body on the planet, but I look to them, right? I look to Grandfather David. I look to Malcolm Boyd Dana, these people who taught me, and I try to emulate who they are and what they've done and try to do my best. Be gracious and ethical and compassionate. And you're not only going to accomplish what the Tao is referred to as the great work, you will also bring clarity to areas that were formerly clouded by old negative patterns, old judgments and doubt, old moments of fear. Now, know that this juncture that you're going to have help every step of the way. This is a precious time when your guides, inner guides, outer teachers, wisdom ancestors are right there, right at hand, lending support that will deliver you to your brand of greatness, right? Listen to that, man. It's your brand of greatness. That's you. And the nagging loneliness that we feel sometimes, and you know, whose source is hard to pinpoint, it's going to vanish. It's going to vanish, and you're going to feel like there's a bright sun rising with your spirit. It'll bathe you in the light of knowledge. Knowledge that does not come from books or study, but the knowledge that you are good enough to accomplish the tasks before you. Look to all the hurts of the ego and the heart that blocked your progress. Be aware of it. And move through it with prayer, with ritual and ceremony. And what is prayer? I believe prayer is finding your quiet place where you create ritual and you embody a life that is ceremonial, consciously serious and seriously outrageous. Yeah. Be outrageous at this point in time in your life and sing and dance and be joyous while you shine like the sun at midday. day. I send you all the love that I could possibly muster from down here at the 20th parallel. Getting ready for a happy time. Again, the retreat's coming up, and I'm so excited to be and hang with y'all on the beach and listen to the teachings and listen to ourselves and be in love with love. Bluebird flying high, show me it's time to go. Showing me it's time to go. Walk and dance and run, I'm gone. In Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. I do. Namaste, my sisters. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, y'all. Walk in the light, walk in love. Be the love that you desire.